someone asked, why do we have to go through so much pain and difficulty in our childhood? So I contemplated that for a little. I asked my soul why we go through such hardships as little innocent children. And what I got was the symbol of a gear turning a whole collection of different gears. And what that means to me is we come down into these bodies and we take this pain, and that pain is what moves us. That is the motivation to create a new reality, to shift our experience. Without this pain, everything is perfect. That's how we are before we take a body, and how we'll go back to after we leave this body. We are Source itself. And when Source itself doesn't have any separation, when it doesn't have an ego and a body and all these different points of view, there's no movement. It's already everything. So Source or Spirit separates itself, puts itself into a body, and then there's no light without darkness. The paradox, we take this darkness and we let it move us, and we let it take us on the hero's journey or the descent into soul, either pathway that we take. But we choose a path and we start to explore and move and alchemize this darkness into light. And when we start to do that, we begin to shift all these other gears, all these other people and beings and aspects of reality that we don't necessarily even see. But our shining our light, begins to move all the other gears and their light, all the other people and their light. All the other beings are affected by your transformation. So it stops being about you. You have your experience, but you also have the experience of everybody else responding to your frequency. That's why it's all about raising your frequency. It's all about your vibration. You only experience what level of frequency you're at. Everybody is just a reflection. If you notice, when you're really frustrated and angry and uptight, the world is frustrated and angry and uptight. And when you are in your heart full of love and compassion, everybody else is instantly moved to their heart full of love and compassion. They can lash out at you and you just smile and want to give them a hug, even if you don't touch them. Just your energy is, you're in pain, huh? I see you. And then this is how we transform. This is how we grow. This is the soul garden. And once we emit this fragrance of love, we all begin to be little pockets, little garden pockets of love everywhere. And this is how we raise the collective frequency. And there's no hurry, there's no rush to any of this. You can go your whole life and never alchemize a thing, and that's totally fine. You have endless time. Reminds me of a story. The student asked the master, how long have we been doing this? How long have we been playing this game of life? The master said, imagine a mountain 1 mile long by 1 mile high. Giant stone granite mountain. And once every 100 years, a dove takes a scarf and flies across the mountain, dragging the scarf across the whole way. Once every 100 years. And the amount of time that it takes that dove to erode the mountain with that scarf is how long we've been doing this game. We can go from the time the planet is born to the time the planet dies, to another planet, to another planet. There is no rush in this game. And when you can embody that feeling of everything is perfect exactly as it is, paradoxically again, that's how you begin to change. That's how you begin to allow your feelings and this pain in to change you, to move you, not because you need to fix it, because it's just what your life force wants to do. It doesn't feel stuck, it doesn't feel confused or lost. It's just happy exactly where it is. And you right now are exactly where you need to be. There is no rush. There is no reason to force anything. This is part of the balance of the yin and yang, the duality of surrender and force. All force is surrender, and movement is a better word. There's a time to be still and reflect. And there's a time to move and take action. Going too far in either direction leads to burnout. It leads to an imbalance, and this game is all about balance. That's why the Buddha said the middle way. You want to be taking action, but you also want to be aware that allow exactly where you are and surrender to exactly where you are. It's all perfect simultaneously. That's the tightrope to walk. Imagine you're walking a tightrope. If you're really stiff and rigid and nervous about falling off of the tightrope, you're gonna go off. You're gonna fall. You're gonna fall off either way. But if you just visualize, or you just imagine that you're taking a walk, like you're taking a walk through the park, and there's no tension, there's no worry and anxiety, and you're just walking along, you can walk that tightrope the same way. But we just get all caught up in our heads and thinking that we need to fix everything. We need to be perfect. And that's not true. That's not how this world works. You take a step with your left foot, take a step with your right foot. Left, right, left, right. It's just one step at a time. Just moving in the direction that you know you should go. We have this intuitive feeling, this intuitive knowing inside everyone. Just follow your heart. It's the most cliche saying, but it's also true. It's a cliche for a reason. Just be relaxed and start walking in the right direction. If you're watching videos like this, you're already on the path. You're already opening your mind and your heart, allowing these new ideas to enter, allowing this higher frequency to take over. And there's a tipping point when we're not healed yet we can't see, can't even imagine the idea of shining light and attracting others and helping other people. We are so constricted and full of shame, and we don't want to be seen. We don't want to tell our story. But slowly, as you begin to alchemize, you realize that there is no other. It's all you. There's only you here. I'm talking to myself through all these millions of eyes. And when we recognize that fact, we want to help ourselves. We heal ourselves to the point where we realize and open up to the possibility that it's only us. And we're excited to help each other. We're excited to walk each other home. So if that resonates, please reach out. I'm offering free 30-minute calls right now. JordanJDragon.com. Been talking to you guys on the calls and it's been going awesome. So reach out, book a call while you can, and I'll talk to you later.